Let's go. Coming to you live for the very first time in 4K. This shit is unbelievably clear. Yeah, bonus stream for sure, dude. I gotta turn my volume down. It just so happens that ETH looks like garbage right now. Yeah. Leo, what's going on? The relative strength on Atom right now is absurd. Oh my god, did we catch that? Woo. Chirpa. How you doing? Let everybody funnel in here as we watch the market sell off. Plodin, how are you? First time commenter, always good. I'm doing great. Yeah. Did have a little bit of help. I'm doing well. Doing well. This is a bonus third stream. I usually only do 2 a week. We get a bonus third for absolutely threading the atom long, which continues to print, by the way. I mean, the relative strength in this thing is just insane. Just insane. And I'm going to walk through every bit of that. And why it's such a good move. What you can expect to have happen. I'm watching out of the corner of my eye. As most of you guys know, I have 6 monitors. So I'm monitoring what's going on with the markets. And yeah, it doesn't look good. Does not look good. Well, so Chirpa says, if BTC does go to the other side of the channel, would that fuck with the atom plate? Not really, it wouldn't. I mean, that's what we want to have happen, like we talked about the other day. Like, if we can actually see, like, this is a mega long right here, a mega long on Bitcoin. So I'm not worried about that. What I'm more worried about is breaking this low. That would fuck with the entire market. Bob, what's up? Good morning. How's the sound at the moment? Sound okay? Loud and clear. Good. 4K for the first time, guys. Check this shit out. Isn't this clear as hell? It's unbelievable. One of my boys just sent me a message. Did you know that when you start your stream, it says intended for mature audiences? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Isn't it crisp? It's unbelievable. He said I was messing around with it the other day, and I was like, oh my god, you can see the gray in my beard. That's how messed up this is. I'm going to go to ETH right now, because we are getting a very bad sell-off. We are well into the liquidation zone. So this 50 MA, I'm gonna pull that off. Pull that off too. Yeah, we want to see some strength. Only bad names, what's up? All right. So this like back tap of this DTL and hitting the 50 MA on the 4 hour is not bad. It's not terrible. And you can see we're kind of working off the momentum that we had. And so that's okay. But there's, you know, a lot of weakness out there. Kenny, what's going on? Also, it doesn't shock me that we end up here on Bitcoin, just real quickly. And I will get into the Atom trade and explain it. This won't be as long as the stream as usual. Mainly because I need to go manage my positions. But you know how like dumb crypto is, like 55555. I bet that holds. You know we do dumb stuff all the time. Yeah, we're getting the hold that we need here too. Okay, the 50 MA and the DTL downward trend line from the top. We really want to hold that as a flip. So, you know, head on a swivel here, folks. Head on a swivel. It's not bad yet. Atom, still doing okay, really. I mean, it just sold off a bit, but what a move. Also, if you look at where we rejected on Atom, I mean, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, so let's go to the ES. I mean, look at that. So I don't know if you guys follow the SPX or SPY or ES, whatever you want to call it, or the VIX, but you should. VIX is the volatility index, and it's like north of 30, which is outrageously high. And when you get outrageously high volatility, can I get this thing out of here? Come on. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to get this arrow out of here. All right. When you get outrageously high volatility, you see this. Huge bars that will engulf one another because no one is really willing to take a position and hold it right now. $43.76. 50 more down and my ETH trade gets stopped out. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people right there. I mean, this is right around the zone. Real quick, even though the idea was not to live diagnose the sell-off, we'll do it because we're here. This is kind of the area that I'm looking at to hold, okay? So ideally it's right here on this back test, on the 50 for the 4 hour. But usually these small consolidations on the way up will hold. And right now we're just getting straight up rugged. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. It's about the same area, I guess, isn't it? 43.20. What was it on here? Yep. Yeah, so that area, this area aligns with the 50 MA. Yep, you got it. I think you're seeing the NQ, the NASDAQ, the QQQs, finally starting to catch a bid. But, where is it? So by the way, guys, again, not the intent of this stream, but this like pivot flip 50 MA on the NQ, very important. Tony Wow, so much for bullish Q4. I don't think we're dead yet. It's not looking good, I'll tell you that much. And then, yeah, so we want that to hold. Russell's probably getting smoked. Now, do you guys look at this stuff? Am I the only one? I just kind of went right into this thing, assuming you guys know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, I mean, the Russell's near support. NASDAQ's near support. The only thing that's real, I mean, they're all kind of hanging around here. We'll see. I don't know. How big are your balls? Take along. I don't see a trigger. So completely honest with you, 54,775 on Bitcoin, probably a good area. Lines up this consolidation. We have another one here. Probably put in a higher low and turn it, which would be an ABC long. Yeah, find the Atom, dude, but like, you know, Atom's relative strength is great. Look at this. So if you look on the side of my screen here, Atom's still up 9% today, up 11.5% relative to ETH, which is really, really good. Yeah. Yeah, Sol's getting crushed right now. But, again, we knew this area was going to be tough. We reject the channel, fine. DTL backtest on Solana, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Yeah, it's a nice thing about Atom. Like, I know a lot of people are probably here or checking us out because we had the Atom call yesterday, which is good. Happy you guys are here. But we've actually been in the Cosmoverse for a while because of Highlander. Highlander drops us alpha all the time. The farming yield on Cosmos is insane right now. Like, insane. Yeah, the real calls to LPs, no doubt. No doubt. You can LP, you can stake, and make incredible yield. What I'm making on Juno right now is insane. So if you guys are not into Cosmos yet and you want to learn more about it, dip on over to the Stack Labs chat. Many of you are probably already in there. You know what's funny is I actually added on a different account this morning on the Atom dip about $30. Here, let me show you where. Like right here. Not that long ago. And look at this shit get bought up, dude. Look at this. Look at this. Guys, this is insane. This is one of the strongest moves. All right, so I feel confident that BTC and Ethereum are near support. So I'm gonna go through this trade. And for those of you who are new, welcome. This is Stack Labs, brought to you by StackedInvest.com. An incredible product run by incredible people. Go to StackedInvest.com. There should be a link in the bio. But we're gonna talk about Atom here for a moment because I tweeted yesterday, and it's probably why some of you were here, but maybe not. I tweeted yesterday as one of the best setups I've seen this cycle, like period. And it looks really, really good. Really good. Okay. By the way, I'm just noticing as I'm in 4K, is my sound off from my picture? It looks like it is. I've never broadcast in 4K before, but it looks like I'm like a little bit off. Not really? All right, well, maybe that's just me, or maybe me on my screen. But slightly, all right, that's what I thought, Kevin. Thank you for telling me. I don't know how I fixed that, but I'll get it fixed. Apparently, if you broadcast in 4K, it takes a while, so it's a moment behind. I don't know. Time perfect? All right, well, at least it's not bothering you. It'll just bother me. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's still sick. Thanks, man. Trying. Yeah, it's a little off. All right, that's fine. We'll figure it out. We're all in this shit together, just learning. So let's talk about this trade and why it was so good. And it's something that you really never see me do. Like, you will not see me be that aggressive about a setup, tweet about it, talk about it, and recommend other people get long. Because here's the thing. When I make a call and you guys make money, I do not take any credit for that. Like, I don't feel like I did anything. You still had to press the button. You make the money. Good for you. You did what you needed to do. I added input. But when I say something and people lose money, I feel horrible. So I won't take the credit when you make money, but I feel like I'll take the blame when you lose money. And that's, you know, my own issue that I got to deal with. But that's how you know when I come out with like, this is a really damn good setup. It is in fact a really damn good setup. And the nice thing is we brought it out, we talked about it, and we pulled people into the Stack Labs chat before it ripped. I know we'd all like to think that it was us that ripped this chart, but it was not, okay? We can't do that. And if you do that, you can't do it for long, right? So what made me so bullish? Well, obviously, I like the Cosmoverse and Atom in general. I enjoy transacting on it. It's nice that we have our own validator in Stack Labs who gives us alpha. So if you're not a member of the Stack Labs Telegram room, you're missing out. Guy gives us unbelievable info. I have some more to drop with you guys today that he gave me specifically for this stream that he hasn't mentioned anywhere else, which is very, very cool. So we have our nice alpha giver in Highlander, and we like Atom, but we've been watching it for a while. As you guys know, I love divergence entries. I love looking for divergences on charts on every time frame. This indicator down here is my custom indicator. It is not available. Yep, it is not available in TradingView. If you want this indicator, you have to join the Stack Labs Telegram and message me for access, okay? And there's nothing unique about this. I say it all the time. I literally say it all the time. That this indicator, it's not like some secret formula. You guys can go recreate this yourself if you want. I mean, I'm not going to bother me at all. It's a standard MACD indicator. I took off the signal line. I took off the histogram, okay? All I have is this, because it's the only thing that matters. It's the actual moving average convergence divergence line, the actual MACD. It's conditionally formatted. When momentum is decreasing, it's pink or red. When it changes from pink to blue, you see these white bubbles. And when it changes from blue to red, you see these red bubbles. And so it gives you an idea about when momentum changes happen. The thing about the MACD is it's technically a lagging indicator. I realize my hair is sticking up the back. It's technically a lagging indicator. So a lot of people will say, well, why don't you use the RSI? Well, yeah, RSI is similar. RSI is more of like a live red indicator, and it throws off a lot of signals that end up not working. MACD does not throw off as many signals, but when it does, they usually work, okay? Not all the time. Nothing works all the time. Anybody that tells you otherwise is a LARP. Daniel, I had to confirm I'm an adult and I understand because that Atom call was absolutely plus 18. That's amazing. It's the best comment today. Well done, Daniel. I don't know if I can like give you any sort of anything for doing that, but if I could, I would. I can ban you, I can give you a timeout, or I can delete your message. I don't know. I'm not allowed to like give you anything. But incredible message. So the MACD is a lagging indicator, which means that it takes a lot longer to confirm. And yesterday at the daily close, this is where I started to get excited. This is where I was like, hey guys, you should take a look at this. We need this thing to close up and it's going to be a great play. Well, sure enough, we got this close up. So you see this change down here from declining to increasing momentum. Okay. Well, that in itself doesn't matter. That shit rejects all the time. But this is a divergence down here. So try to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what the signal is. And this by itself is strong, okay? When you see this sort of a divergence on the MACD, it's very, very strong. It's a overt divergence. You see people talk about like hidden bullish divergence and hidden bearish divergence and that shit all the time. I don't do that. I don't care about that. I don't care that everybody sees it either. Because what this is you see the first plunge down in price where we got this bottom here at 26.87. Price popped up again and actually came down lower, 26.50. So the second plunge down needs to be an equal close or a slightly lower close. And then you want to see increasing momentum on the second plunge down, or essentially not as deep of a dive in MACD on the second plunge down. That's a bullish divergence. Essentially what that is saying is either sellers are running out of strength or buyers are stepping in. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's the sign of a reversal. This works on any time frame. It works on 1 minute, it works on 5 minute, it works on 30 minute, it works on 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, daily, weekly. Doesn't matter. It works on every time frame. The higher the time frame, the more important the signal. So we got this yesterday and you saw this close up is the trigger. So technically the trigger live was 28.39 and we front ran that a little bit. A lot of us got in closer to 28 or high 27s, which is awesome. And people were saying, like, what's the nearest point of resistance? And it was obviously right here at the pivot and right here. But what's supposed to happen is this is a trend reversal move. So this is not a scalp. This is not a daily hold, okay? What's supposed to happen is upon this close, you're gonna get a move up and a flip of the 50 and move higher, okay? So that shouldn't be there. That should be, let me see if I can do it this way. It should work like that. And I've talked about this in other videos. What we're trying to catch here is not a simple move. We're trying to catch the reversal in price on an instrument. And so this setup alone has me excited, but this isn't the reason why I was like banging on the door saying, everybody get the fuck in on this trade. Because I did. Because this looks really, really good. And enough for you to take the trade, which we all did, and then sure enough, it rips to whatever it was, $33, right? But this is why it gets very, very sexy after this. By the way, that's there too. So you got a detailed breakout, you got everything, you run into some issues with the 50-day, fine. But as we talk about here constantly, it's all about relative strength of alts. And even though we all like Atom and we all like Cosmos and we expect that this will be a great ecosystem long term, you never really know. And who is the king of alts? Well, the king of alts is Ethereum. The king of alts is Ethereum. I don't care who you are or what you say. Essentially, my basis for trading is I'm usually holding an Ethereum, and if I'm trading for something else, I have to compare it against Ethereum for me to take the trade, right? This is why I got so excited. This is why I was like, holy shit. I have never, in all the years that I've been doing this, and that's, I mean, it's a little bit of a misnomer because I've been trading crypto for more than, 2.5 years, 2 years now, 2+ years now. But in trading 2+ years, it's not like I just learned this tool. I've been doing it the whole time. I have never seen a USD pair and an ETH pair have the same bullish divergence on a daily chart. That is fucking insane. That is insane. I've never, ever seen it. And I'm going to walk through this, which we caught last time before the first rip versus Ethereum. This is an incredible shift in momentum versus the Ethereum pair. You got the same thing here. A lower plunge, but decreasing momentum versus Ethereum. This is as strong a reversal sign as I could possibly give you. Does that mean it's going to work? Nope. It doesn't. It doesn't mean it's going to work, guys. Anything can happen anytime. If you stick around, if you hang out in this stream, if you come hang out in the Stack Labs chat room, which you should because the alpha dropped in there makes us all rich pretty much every week. But even if this is all you ever hear from me, you need to realize that in the market, anything can happen at any time and no setup is bulletproof. That's why you have to operate with stops. When you don't operate with stops, you get crushed. So yeah, we got stops, right? So you see this bullish divergence on the daily versus the Ethereum pair. You see this bullish divergence on the USD pair. That shit never happens. It never happens. It is somebody with money, probably several somebodies with money, are taking large positions right now in Atom. Now, what does that mean exactly? Let's talk about it. Okay, perfect. The whole point of TA is to see what the chart tells you. And all you're trying to do as a little fish, and I say little fish meaning if you're trading with like less than $10 million, you're a little fish as far as markets go. Okay, you are. You want institutional money, and that's what we're trying to catch. We're trying to catch it when big boys are taking a new position. And that's what this essentially tells you is going to happen. Could that person change their mind, or persons change their mind and say, yeah, we don't like Atom anymore? Sure, they could. But that does not look like the case here. It looks like when you see this sort of strength in the USD pair and the ETH pair, it is a sea change and something worth taking note of. Now, did we know that Bitcoin was going to try to rug today? No. But it should be telling to every single one of you sitting at home or work or on your mobile, wherever the hell you are, that in spite of this sort of a day, and this sort of a day, Atom, look at this. This is my entire crypto watch list. What's at the top? 13% and 11.5% versus USD versus Ethereum. If that doesn't tell you about relative strength, I don't know what to tell you guys. I do not know what to tell you. It is absurdly bullish. So where do we go from here? Well, that's a good question. If the market rugs, it's game over. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad you got in. It's nice when we can all make money together. And that's the nice thing about looking at large pairs. There's enough liquidity in this. You can come in with real size and it's not going to move the chart. Okay? So what do we expect to happen here? Well, we rejected the logical point, which is right here. If we end up falling down, which I don't think we will, but we might, because we're already showing the relative strength, and you're seeing strength come back in BTC, in Ethereum, and where is my ES chart? Motherfucker, it's not up here. I'll pull it up over here. Yeah, so you're seeing buyers step in on pretty much every major pair. ETH Maxi. Hey, James. What's up, man? What's up, BTC Maxi? CS Sully says to use the 50 MA in all time frames, i.e. 4 hour and lower. Yes, I do. The 50 MA is the only thing that I use on every chart. On the daily chart, I'll use the 21 day and the 200 day. Okay. Can I link my ETH TradingView chart with you guys? Yeah, when I get there, I will. Let's talk about what's going to happen next. So you see you have this flat level resistance here. Essentially any pivot acts as resistance because somebody bought here and went underwater. And so like we talked about extensively in the last video, crypto newbies and trading newbies and just people who don't know what they're doing, buy here, hold it all the way down. When price get backs up to their entry, what do? They close their position. Things will come back down, it'll go higher, and then they'll FOMO in back at the top and repeat the whole process all over again. So that's where support and resistance comes from on pretty much all time frames. So we got our rejection here as people who bought and went underwater close their positions because they don't know what they're doing. We welcome them because they're the people we make money off of long term. So we want to see this 50 MA flipped. That is the next level of this. So somebody asked me earlier this morning, have you raised your stops? No, I have not. My stops are still under low. And you go, Jared, that's a $4 stop. Yeah, it is. It's a large stop. But once we get over the 50, I will move my stop up to 2670. And once we continue to move up, I'll move it to break even and just kind of slowly and incrementally move my stop up as major levels are ticked off. If you don't know what those levels are, come into the Stack Labs chat and I'll tell you what they are. But we want to see this essentially flip. Is it going to happen immediately? Probably not. But the idea is if we can get the 50 MA and this pivot to align, it would be another long in my opinion. So if you didn't catch the move yet, fine. Wait for something like this. Through this pivot, up, back test, over the 50, over the pivot. But it should be said, and it should be stated, that if the market were not rugging at this exact moment, I think Adam would be on an absolute fucking heater right now. It is so unbelievably clear that this reversal is in, and anybody who knows what they're talking about looking at charts is going to come buy our bags. And God bless them. God bless them for buying our bags. That's why you want to get in first. Right? Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this shit pump as we're talking. It's just... Like, I don't really drop down into lower time. But look at this. Somebody tried to kill it here. Nope. Look at this thing fucking pump, guys. Plodin, you're a little bit late, man. Like, here's the thing. So much of trading and the psychology of trading, and this is just like general alpha for trading, not necessarily this. Excuse me. You have to get really good at entries. You have to get really good at entries. It's what I specialize in personally, is getting great entries. If you come hang out in the Stack Labs Telegram chat, you can go back and find my long from 28,000 on Bitcoin. Literally 28,000. We caught the fucking bottom. You know how easy it is to hold something when you catch the bottom? It just becomes a lot harder to buy mid-range. Is it going to work? Yes, I do think it will work. But if you do not have the intestinal fortitude and the conviction of this setup that I do, you might see this work against you and see red on your screen. If it's red on your screen, you might, think you want to close it. Okay? I'm not going to see red on my screen. That's right. That's right. If you're not in the Stag Labs chat, what are you doing? I imagine most of you are. There's like 70 of you in here. But if you're watching this later on and you're not in the Stag Labs chat, look in the description of this video on Twitch. Click on my on Twitter. We have absolute fucking killers in that room. Not just me. Absolute alt killers. Absolute NFT killers. Trader Kaz is in the room. Random Task is now in the room. The Wassifier is in the room. And several others, okay? Is there a reason why I use the MA versus the EMA? Yes, I prefer the simple moving average for the same reason that I prefer the MACD versus the RSI. Simple moving average is going to equally apply the last 50 bars. The EMA is going to weight recency. I don't want to weight recency. I want to weight the last 50 bars, okay? I don't want to weight recency. I swear to God I don't. I swear to God I don't. I want to see the full pictures. I never instituted trailing stop loss ever. Trailing stop losses are really good for leverage moves because then you can't just get like reverse rinsed really quickly. But I don't use leverage because I don't need to. And for those of you who feel like you do need to use leverage, look at this motherfucker pump. Are you shitting me right now? I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to sit here and watch the Atom chart pump and just smile. Is that a good stream? Good God. It's unbelievable. Bitcoin's at 55555. Atom breaking out. Unreal. Unreal. Yeah, you can see my smile in 4K. Although it annoys me that BW Trades, what's up, man? Someone clip it. I usually go back and clip the good shit anyway. Oh, BW Trades, first time chatter, man. Thank you. What is my actual target? Yeah, my actual target is to retest the highs. Now, here is the last iteration of this Atom analysis, okay? It's the last part. It's probably the most important part. And why this is great, okay? Clip it and say hello to Reddit. I don't know what that means. why this chart is great and why our entry is great and why I encourage you to, one, not use leverage, two, probably buy spot, and then as long as the market's going fine, I don't want you to think about this again, okay? Keep your stops in place where you won't lose money, or at least not much, but I'm gonna show you why this move is gonna be incredible. First and foremost, I forgot to do this a moment ago, but we caught the divergence last time on the 3-day Atom ETH chart, okay? We caught this in August and rode this bitch all the way to the top, right? There was a divergence here on the 3-day. Now we got it again on the daily. This works. If you don't think that it works, well, you know, I guess that's your cross to bear. But I think that it does and will continue to. And my bank account agrees with me. So, what I was actually getting at is, why is this so great? And I'm going to give you the most bullish case possible and why we like this. Why this is such a great place to enter, why your stops should be wide, and why this is not some shit you manage day to day. You set your loss, you keep your equity in, and you play for the generational type move that you guys are like, fuck, why didn't I hold? Well, this is the start of a move to the all-time highs, to the top of range, and I'm going to give you the most absurdly bullish scenario I can possibly think of right now. And I'm going to give an example to prove why it's so bullish, okay? Some of you might be new. That's fine. Welcome. This right here is a trend line on the top side of price that has been capping price. All the way back to here, $8, $23, $28, $31, and again here at 44. Okay? These are very, very strong areas of resistance. If we end up catching this reversal appropriately, here is what will happen. We're probably not going to straight line this bitch to highs, so please level set your expectations. But if we caught the trend reversal, which it looks like we did, I mean, here was the previous resistance, we proved it was flipped to support, and now we're reversing. If we go higher, you know, I don't even care if we do one of these guys, okay? All right? That is your first target, is this yellow line again. That's your first target. That is your first target. The first target that we want to see, where I'd even consider taking some of my significant holdings off the board, would be here. Now, am I even going to do that? Nope, I'm not. Because this, you should really staple in the back of your head as the parabolic flip line. This topping resistance line is essentially the parabolic flip line. Okay? You go, well, Jared, what the hell does that mean? Hey, boss man, good. TA on Matic was spot on. I haven't even been watching it, so I'm glad that it was. But it's the parabolic flip line. Let me show you something else that also did this once upon a time that we talked about on stream as it was happening. In this chat, we caught a move right here. We caught Solana at 22. Doesn't this, man, I tell you what, you look at this chart, does this look familiar to you? Because it looks a lot like Atom does right now, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, reject down. Man, it's almost like there's like a fractal. There's something that looks like something like this, doesn't it? Okay, so here's this line. And then we caught the reversal. Boom, up to here. And then you saw this breakout. And look what happens when you're able to actually flip this resistance line from resistance to support. It is the parabolic flip line, ladies and gentlemen. When that happened, we went first from 60 to 100, then 100 to 220. Okay? And we've held it ever since. Held it here. That was the last great long, which a lot of you, if you saw, like, this was the first time I ever streamed with Kaz. It was literally on this day, September 21st. And I said, I don't know. People are asking me what's a great entry on Sol. I said, pretty much right here. There's pretty good odds this is going to hold. And oh boy, were we right. We got the long at 115 and ran that bitch up to 260 for a 2x. The stuff's all recorded, guys. If you don't believe me, go look at it. Now, on Solana, just as an aside, we kind of failed this bottom channel. We're trying to regain it. We rejected it twice. If Solana can hop back in, I think we'll go test 340, 350, 360 on Solana before it's all said and done. But if you look at this, in fact, I'm going to do it right now because we did the same thing with ETH BTC the other day. Look at this chart as it sits right here. Do you have this in your mind? Keep it in your mind. Okay. Looks pretty damn similar, doesn't it? It looks pretty damn similar. So the question was, Bossman Sneaks, you're saying Atom could boom? Yes. What I'm saying is this is a trade that you don't go, oh my God, we hit a little bit of resistance, let me close my position. This is one of those trades that you look back in 3 months and go, motherfucker, I nailed this. I caught the literal bottom on something before it became parabolic. This is how you do it. I don't know how those guys always catch those big winners. Well, I'm showing you now. That's how. This is how. We literally caught the reversal on the bottom of Atom. If you want to take profits here, that's your prerogative. I'm not. I'm not. Yes, Has, that's the point. That is the point. That this thing has the ability to have a Solana type move. Back to the high. If you, here's the thing, just like no cap. I'm obviously I got a lot of hope I'm going on right now. I love Cosmos. I think it's great. I think it's great. If we get to this line and we see a hard reject, I'm taking some off the board. In fact, I'll probably take a lot off the board if we see a hard reject. And then you know what? I'd be happy with that. And then if it did something like this, when it broke right here, I'd YOLO in with grown man money. Okay? So that's essentially my play. That's essentially my play on this. Is if we hit here again, sure, take some off the board, might come back down, retest this level from the other side. And if you get the breakthrough again, I'll see you at Solana. I'll see you at Solana. This is how parabolic moves start. Now, there's a lot that has to happen there. There's a lot of like, well, maybe, but yeah, dude. Look at that shit. And if you think it's me and the other 72 people in here and this is us doing it, you're out of your mind. You are out of your mind. It's not. We just caught it first, guys. Remember, we were long here. If you saw my tweet, and came into the stack less, you would have been long under $28. 35. Yeah, all 20 of us dropped, all 7 of us dropped 20 mil. No, this is insane. This is insane. Look at the strength. It's up 20% versus Ethereum right now, guys. Look at this shit. I don't even know what to tell you. Yeah, I'm not going to cry. So here's the thing. Yeah, just sit here and smile. We're absolutely fucking crushing this. It's literally the best example of could have gotten. The 130 people that joined the Stack Labs yesterday to see this fucking call need to go tell 5 friends. Like, this is insane. This is insane. We caught this perfectly. We had a perfect entry. We had perfect stops. Very rarely will you see a perfect call called in advance. I'm not saying it was necessarily me. I mean, it was, but like, not only me. Perfect in every step of the game. Remember that one guy who came in here on the live stream a few days? Like, come on, you LARPing ass bitch. Show us your P&L. I gave you a call before it even happened. What do you want? I don't know what I can do for you other than this, man. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I really try not to be a fucking chest beater. Like, I really try not to. Okay? I really try not to. But this is about as perfect as this shit gets. Yeah, dude, I've been hot on. What's funny, so Dan says, yeah, he will probably make an account before he joins the stream again. Dan says, check last stream, you were real high on Adam 4 or 5 days ago. I was. But what we saw developing was this signal. Because it's not like 4 or 5 days ago this wasn't here. It was. You kind of saw this going, yeah, you know, this might be diverging. This might be that. Yeah, they're red hot. People think you're LARPing if you do free TA, and if you're paid group, they believe. Nah, dude. I am not even remotely interested in taking a penny from people like that. Because if I need a paid group, I'm not a good trader. What the fuck do I need to have people pay me for, dude? I just make my money in the market. Adam correlated Juno on Cosmos. Introduced in Stack Lab at $4 is up 30% since Stack Call. It's approaching $12. Yeah. Yeah. You guys may have seen I got into a bitching match this morning a little bit with Crypto Finally on Twitter. Not really. She just said something super ignorant and I laughed about it. And then she clapped back. Which is fine. It's just unbelievable to me that people like that can get the following that they do. Pretty wild. All right. Yeah, do I like any Adam alts? Juno is amazing. Juno is amazing. Juno is going to be the Solana, like the smart contract platform of Cosmos. It was a fair launch token you have to stake to earn. Majority of emissions are coming out by people who are staking to validators. And this is first year right now. And 40% of emissions are going to come out first year, and then they're tailing it off over 12 years. So yeah, I think Juno is one of those issues on Cosmos that you'll see absolutely shred for a long time. I think Osmo is the like DEX, the exchange, the whatever. Yeah, John. No, I mean, we're right at support is what I'm thinking. You got to watch the ES or the SPY or the SPX. I don't know what you guys do. I look at the futures because futures lead everything else. But if you look at futures, you'll know what's going on. So you can expect Adam to be pretty volatile too, because it's doing like everybody is looking at their watch list and going, what the fuck is going on with Adam? So you're gonna see some volatility. People that are playing the pump, just don't be worried about it. Okay. Somebody sold into that, great. But again, look at the level that it stopped at. It made perfect sense. I'd expect that shit to happen on stream. But some bag holder here just closed out break even. An insane person. Yeah. Yeah. ER Babioni, thanks a lot. You're amazing. Yeah, dude. I'm glad you were able to get in. Just so you know, we do this all the time. All the time. In Stack Labs. Literally once a week, we have some shit like this. Not quite Adam level, but we usually catch a heater. Akorian, who's the #2 donation guy here, is dropping bombs all the time. Like, he was on Luna hardcore. I mean, look at what Luna's doing right now. I don't know if you'd consider Luna a Cosmos alt, because, you know, it is, but it isn't. They just joined IBC, but the strength here is absurd. Absurd. Matic doing its thing. Again, we're at the top of the range on Matic right now. So it does not floor me this is happening, but Matic is close to that level where you might see some crazy shit. Okay? Now, by the way, I noticed a couple of you guys already messaged me on Telegram about getting the indicator. I will get to that. But are you guys interested in some alpha that Highlander gave me to drop to you all about things happening in the Cosmoverse? You want to hear it? I don't need to tell anybody about it if you don't want me to. Yeah, interested? Ha! Now everybody wants to know. All right. So, EMERIS. Yes, Ameris.com. Ameris.com. Launch is happening this month. And, which we've known about for a while, but that's it. App.ameris.com. Pretty strong odds of an airdrop. Pretty strong odds of an airdrop if you're willing to LP. Didn't say how much you have to LP. Just get on there and provide liquidity if you like airdrops. If not, you know, that's up to you. Also, you have Sommelier Finance coming out. Sommelier.finance. I suggest strongly. Yep. You check out Sommelier and interact with it. Again, this is as much alpha as I can give you guys. Right now, we have an LBP on Osmosis. I don't have my wallet connected, so you guys can't see it. But we have an LBP on Osmosis, Comdex. If you've been following copper LBPs, they've all mooned heavily. Okay? Comdex on Osmosis is doing an LBP. Not a bad price right now. Worth checking out. It's lasting until the 6th. We got 3 more days of an LBP. You can kind of take your time on this. But worth checking out. So, Ameris, put in a small LP. Doesn't really matter what it's on. If you like airdrops. If you don't like airdrops, you know, whatever. They're only usually worth like several $1,000s. Sommelier, get on there. Interact. Ethereum EVM on IBC. Pretty wild. Yeah, see, here's the funny thing about Crypto.com. It just really annoys me because that's not even the best one. Hold on. Where's it go back the furthest? There we go. Because when Highlander got me finally sold, did we just crash Amaris? Whoops, sorry guys. When Highlander finally sold all of us on the Cosmos, he was like, "You're probably gonna want to get into Crypto.com," and I was like, "Nah, I mean, whatever." And yeah, it was like 15 cents, 18 cents, and all I did was run to $1. Whatever, dude. We never needed that 5x anyway. We'll just work harder. I guess that's my point. In the Stacked Labs chat, if you come in and hang out and you actually want to be part of a community of guys that are grinding their asses off, we have validators, we have NFT experts, we got people on every chain looking for the best shit that's coming out. Come join the Stacked Labs Telegram room. If not, don't. I don't care. But if you like money, come hang out with us. Now, we're looking for productive members. If you come into the room and you're like, when moon, when airdrop, and you don't want to be productive, don't join. I don't want you there. We're building a group of great people who want to do better, who want to help, who want to contribute and do more together. If you don't have a community spirit, don't join. Crypto.com, though, yeah, I mean, it had a crazy run. So to the person who asked that question before I went on my little soliloquy, yeah, I would look for like these sort of consolidation zones. The rip up was so crazy on Crypto.com that you're going to have people sell off. You're going to have people sell off. It's just too big of a run. You take a 5x, people take profits, man. First sign of weakness, people take profits. So this is the best area. This is the best use. Oh wow, did my video just freeze? I think it did. Am I still live? Sick. You guys still hear me though, right? All right. I'll take out my picture. I don't know why that happened. That's pretty weird. All right. Well, whatever. I just got up to feel my camera. It is very hot. So apparently an hour at 4K is the max. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm still here. Now, if you remember, we were just talking about this. This area is the area we want to hold, okay? Right here. 54,750. This is now a cause stream. Yes, you can't see me anymore. We'll see. We'll see if the on and off worked. Oh, I'm back. We'll see how long this actually works for. It'll probably overheat again. But apparently the old on and off trick works. So right here is where we really want Bitcoin to hold, guys and gals. I assume there's a few ladies in here. ES is doing the same thing. By the way, speaking of Kaz and I are going to hang out this weekend. We're both going to be at the Big Ten Championship game. Grab a few beers. First in real life meetup. Let's go. Yeah, go blue. So it would not be the end of the world if ES were to come down here to 44.77, but, you know. This is an enormous engulfing bar on the daily on the S&P 500. Not great. Hell yeah, go blue. I got some sick seats too. Super sick. I really don't want to test that additional $1,000 down. It's weird that like this small amount on a chart is $1,000, but it is. We're all blessed. Again, it's not like Adam's not going to feel this shit, guys. So I hope you don't just YOLO in and listen to what I'm saying instead. Yeah, Dan. I mean, we're down to the 50 on the on Ethereum. Now or never. Now or never, ladies and gents. We gonna get it? What is the last CME gap? Is that what it is? I don't even have the futures contract on my watch list. 54,865. Yeah. I mean, we're getting the response that we want. Yeah, yikes. I mean, I'd rather us not fill that gap. So there's a whole different lesson in gappers. Cashes and Cream 5 with the sub. Thanks, man. First off, it's a great name. Cashes and Cream 5 subscribes with Prime. Thanks, buddy. I do appreciate you. I think it's first sub of the stream. I honestly don't know. Pull that out of there. Yeah, first sub of the stream. So there's something to be said about gappers, guys, and that's where I was going here. Nagasaki. What's up? There's a ton of alpha and gaps in gappers. Is that like everybody likes to see gap for strength, which it is, okay? Like a gap that doesn't come down and fill is the literal definition of strength. Because charts don't like to have gaps in it. People like to be filled. Somebody took a position short they weren't able to get, and at their first opportunity, they're gonna try to close it, right? Doing great, man. Doing great. We're doing all right. So they want to try to close it. They might. I mean, I doubt it, but they might. And it's not like it would be terrible if they did, but it shows strength when you can keep it open. But most of them end up closing. Like, there's a gap here. Closed. Okay, where's another one? Here's another gap. There's another gap. Gap down, rip back up. Yeah, pretty standard. Pretty standard stuff. We're seeing the nice reaction. Dude, look at this. Just BART down, up, down. Enjoy that. Here's the other thing I'll say too, and then if you guys have any all-to on me, take a look at it, I will, and then we'll end the stream a little bit earlier just because this was impromptu anyway. Yeah, I guess I didn't even think about the futures. I think it did. No, you're right. So it's actually decent alpha in that too. Where is this gap? Yeah. So in my view, it did fill it. And that's fine. Hopefully that's it. That gap gets filled and we all move on. Yeah, 54,850. Yeah, because these people have been salty essentially since the weekend. BitBoy promised me 250K. What is happening? What? What does that mean? Well, that reversal worked when it was up here. Now here we sit. So I guess here's the other thing to take a look at right now. This one's better. Oh, BTC price. Yeah, I get you. I get you. So we are coming up on this area on ETH BTC where it'd make a lot of sense. And like, if you think about what's happened, we had that crazy run a few days ago to highs, and it's been getting shit on ever since. Not shocking that ETH has a little bit of weakness. How screwed are we? I don't think we're that bad. BTC filled the gap. I'm seeing some strength. I don't know if you guys are seeing this too. But seeing some strength. Here's the other thing I'll say. This is where I was going before I got sidetracked with a couple different things. But we got this area on ETH BTC, probably a good pullback. But here's what I will say about Wix and shit like that, okay? A lot of you are probably looking at this going, man, it's a great long opportunity, which it might be. But there's a trading axiom that I've found to be true almost all the time. And that is, you don't ever want to be the first mouse. You don't ever want to be the knife catcher. Sincerely, you don't. Moves down like this do not, we all would love to say that this shit is just going to V reverse right back up to highs. It is not. It is not. Now, the A-line was one thing. After the A-line's crossed, it's not valid anymore. It is not valid anymore. It's one time. That's it. It just so happens to be sitting in an area where there's another pivot. But the A-line concept is not valid anymore. All right, we're seeing some nice closing shorts. ES responding a little bit. Atom back doing its thing, over $33. I mean, fucking unbelievable. Should have moved my whole... Atom is the store of value play right now. Atom. So anyway, what I was saying was you would love to be like, hey, we're just going to V-reverse right back up. That's not how this shit works. Usually it's something like that if it's going to happen. So just keep that in mind. You don't go bananas. Add him to the Citadel, dude. I'm telling you. Fucking insane. What an unbelievably good call we had at like a pre-dump day. And yeah, essentially, how do we reject? Well, we had this nice little replier and we're at the 50 day. We're at the 50 day. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Self-sovereign is, generally speaking, the drop down will be retested again. So like, anyway, the trading axiom is first mouse. You don't want to be the first mouse. First mouse gets hit by the fucking trap in a mouse trap. So the first mouse trap is triggered, and that first mouse gets killed. But the trap can only be triggered once. So then the second mouse comes in and is like, oh man, dude, Jerry got smoked. And I'm now gonna eat this cheese because he took one for the team. Okay? That's the idea with like buying dips. You don't want to be a knife catcher. You're gonna die. And then we'll all come in and be like, oh man, thanks for your service. I'll just pick up the rest of the cheese now. I do not ever use RSI. Well, that's not true. I will use RSI sometimes. But I use RSI. Yeah, I have my own RSI too. No, you can't have it. Actually, I don't care. You can have it if you want. I use RSI to confirm trends. Here's a good example of it. I don't use it very often. I fucking hate RSI, to be honest with you. So like, here's a good example of it, even though it's not a fun example. You can see this midline on RSI. A lot of people think RSI only use the overbought or the oversold, which is fine, like do you. But I use it for trend confirmation, okay? When it gets to the midline, which is what makes mine different, is I put a midline at the 50 because 30 is oversold and 70 is overbought. In a trend, it'll confirm when we get to here, it's going to bounce back off, okay? And then you can, if you're following down at the bottom, you see it rejects a few times. And it's when it breaks through that you see the trend shift change, okay? That's how I use RSI. That's it. I don't use it for any other purpose. And pretty rare at that I even do that. But you can even notice, like, on the run up, see this, like the breakout starting in October of 20. If all you did was buy the RSI 50 on Ethereum, you literally would have bought every dip all the way to $2,000, starting at 300. You would have gotten every dip from $300 to $2,000. Every single one. But nope, I'm just a LARPing ass bitch, aren't I? So you can see this battleground here. It's sloppier. Doesn't look good. We really want this to hold. And it is. I mean, it gets doing what it needs to do right now. Little pop off that. Nice. Yeah. I'm not saying they're done because I think you'll see some more gains down near liquidity. Yeah, you're right. EGLD. Eagled. I don't know what the fuck it's actually supposed to be called. Eagled. Probably a very good buy opportunity right now. Let me check the ETH. You motherfucker. Yep. At support versus Ethereum. At support versus the USD. Pretty good. If you guys aren't checking RSI, I'm sorry, if you guys aren't checking relative strength, RSI, if you aren't checking relative strength versus Ethereum every time you're thinking about opening up a new alt trade, you're losing money. You are losing money. And if not, you're LARPing. Sol ETH high level consolidation. This breakout is going to be electric. This is why you want to be well positioned in Solana, okay? Now, you need to have stops in place. You can't just buy and hold. This isn't a perfect time to add in, Jamie, but, it was also just 35 bucks. So maybe. If things even itself out, if the market gets better, I'm guessing it'll rip again. I would say close to 30 is better. But I hope you never get your entry, so it's up to you. But seriously, on my list of things that are worth watching, this is not quite a, let's ring all the fucking bells, get long on Solana, but it's close because this chart versus Ethereum and this setup versus the USD pair of trying to regain this channel, when they happen, and they will happen, assuming the market doesn't take a shit, this move is going to be absolutely electric to the top of the channel. It's going to be electric. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. This breakout of this high versus Ethereum is going to be one where you'll see your favorite Twitter LARP get on and beat the drum on Ethereum. Right? Yeah, look, Kaz and I talk about this shit all the time. Kaz and I are actually very similar in terms of the way we approach trading, but we have different ways to trade. The funny part is he and I talk every day, and it's like we have different methods of getting somewhere, but they're usually at the same areas that we're looking at the same stuff. That's why Kaz and I get along so well. And when we have actual conversations on streams or whatever, we usually end up talking about the same areas for different reasons, which is wild. But we generally speak the same way. So yeah, I mean, Kaz and I are both just absurdly bullish on Solana, and will continue to be. Do you know about DeFi Kingdoms? You know what? I have not read up on it yet. I heard it kind of floating around the other day, but I have not looked into it. No. All right, banging around 55. Stream freezing? Is the stream freezing for anybody except for... Only you, okay. Yeah, John, so you have to create it, okay? You have to create it in TradingView, all right? Eagled. So you go in here, you select this. Great, now it pulls us up to Eagled. Click again, go in here, watch what I'm typing in, okay? There's a slash, ETH USD. I can go down here, select the index, and it will create the chart for me, okay? You can create anything you want. For example, how about this over there you go. There's Eagled versus the S&P 500. You can do whatever you want. That's why TradingView is so nice. There are better, I'm not gonna lie, there are better charting platforms out there than TradingView that I prefer versus TradingView. Okay, TradeStation is one of them. Multi-Charts is another. They have more precise charts and better drawing software, but they don't have this ability, and they don't have a lot of other customizations that are really, really nice. So, you eschew a little bit of accuracy for a whole lot of of customization. What is Roblox? Is that it? I don't even know. But yeah, you can essentially compare any two things that you want at any time. Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it? Atom just doing its thing. And like, just as an aside, before I check a few alts, then we sign off, just like being honest. What Atom is trying to do with IBC technology is insane. The ability to essentially onboard new chains via IBC and let them all interact. Very, very impressive. So if they can pull it off, it will essentially allow every single chain to like easily assimilate. Because here's the thing, you talk about like Juno or talk about Osmo or talk about, you know, Sift chain or whatever. Those are all technically different chains within Cosmos. Okay. Show what this looks like. These are all different chains, guys. If you don't know anything about Cosmos, you need to start because it's pretty damn cool. There's a reason why people like this. You can actually see how the different chains are interacting and moving back and forth to each other. That's why the Cosmos symbol is what it is. Because these are all technically separate chains. It's what Dot wanted to be, but like badly fucked up. And how long it took them to go. Yeah, so ETHMax, see, if you look at Bitcoin, if you look at things over Bitcoin and things over Ethereum, you'll find the charts are almost identical. So yeah, you can do both. I just don't own Bitcoin, and I don't really care how it's performing against Bitcoin because Ethereum has been in the driver's seat since March of 20. So I don't really care. I like to use Ethereum as my basis because usually if I'm buying an alt, I'm selling Ethereum to do it. So my brain goes to, is it outperforming Ethereum, which is outperforming Bitcoin? It's like one step further down the chain. So I will do both. Sometimes the only pair you can find without having to create your own is a BTC pair like Sealer BTC. It's a traded pair on Binance with history, so it's nice to take a look at. But yeah, they're going to look and act very, very similar. But yeah, Comdex, I mean, Comdex looks good too. You can see how many channels, you can see the transactions. I mean, it's a pretty fun universe. And just anybody can add into this. You can see what chains can move to which other ones. Like, it's fucking awesome. What do I think of ChartX? I have ChartX Pro, so I like ChartX a lot. Is it interesting to do liquidity pools with Atom? Yeah. And the thing is, if you're in the Stacked Labs chat, Highlander usually gives us a heads up a couple days before incentives start for new pools. So you can be like the first ones into a pool for yield farming, which I'm not sure if you guys lived through DeFi summer, but I did. You want to be first on yield farming. You want to be first. When you get in first, people pump your bags. So it's a great place to be. Again, more alpha coming out of the room. And by the way, Highlander, you should follow him at Highlander Nodes on Twitter. He usually posts alpha there as well. And if you come into the Stacked Labs room, he has his own channel where he updates things too. So we can give you that. But anyway, really good stuff. I'll check a few alts here. If you guys have them, drop them in the chat. I saw one for Shiba, which I don't even think is on my list because I don't trade dog coins. Oh, yeah, I do. All right, look at that. KDA, yeah, I can do that. I'll take a few, then I got to ride. So SHIB is trying to put in its own divergence. I don't love it because it was so extended. I wouldn't actually call this, it has to come down lower and it doesn't look valid. I would not buy SHIB until it's in this zone. So SHIB is a no buy for me until you get down to here. Maybe there. But like, yeah, don't mess with SHIB. We already did Atom. Yeah, I mean, Dot, I think this was the exit pump on Dot, no joke. Like, Dot could do great things, and like they had a great idea. They were there first before Atom. But, you know, it took them a fucking year and a half to get Parachains out. You know, like, move your ass, would you? Good Lord. Yeah. Dot is a missed opportunity. Dot's a missed opportunity. Atom took over what Dot was trying to do, and I see no reason to own Dot. Is Link actually showing relative strength? Because I had a couple people ask me about it. No, it's not. Link is still garbage, guys. Oh, what do you mean Link's still garbage? Well, Link, you know. What do you want me to say? If you held from the Link Marine top, you are down over 88% versus Ethereum since the top. So yeah, Link's garbage. Now, Link is not garbage. Link itself, the Oracle, fucking amazing. Trading Link, don't do it. Until you see relative strength versus Ethereum, it's a do not own. And if you are owning it, you are a bag holder. Congratulations. Also, you guys may not know this, but there's a strong rumor, not confirmed anywhere, but a pretty strong rumor that Avalanche is going to join IBC. That Avalanche would integrate with the Cosmos. I don't know that. I'm purely speculating on that, but bag holder, community member. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm sure you go to the meetings and you guys all talk about how you're going to do it again. Like, yeah, it's good for you. Yeah, Injective looks... is there an ETH pair? Yeah, not bad. Engine. I got Eng and Inge mixed up. Not bad. Might be worth a punt closer to the 50. I pulled up Matic earlier, but I'll do it again. So Matic versus USD is like squarely at resistance. Squarely at resistance right now. Looks a lot better versus Ethereum. Like we talked about the other day, which is why my lines are still on here. So if it can hold here and turn back up on Matic, then I would expect, so think about this, you got this range to here. If we can hold this area on Matic versus ETH, then you will notice that it corresponds with a breakout of here, probably to new highs, probably beyond. Okay? KDA, I don't know what it is, but I'll look. Kadena. I mean, yeah, somebody marked it up. Somebody liked it. And then that somebody took profits. So I don't know the FA on it. But if it doesn't hold this level on KDA, I'll see you at $7. $7. Yeah. I mean, it could hold here and break out the new highs. So it's not like KDA is done. I'm just saying that if it does not hold here. Tony, God. Oh, no. Please tell me you bought the bottom and did not hold from the top. I didn't know. Highlander left a note for me. Juno is on the final test nut upgrade right now, so I can't make the stream as we were one of the Genesis validators. Hey. Yeah, and Juno's like, yeah, final form is coming in the next 30 days, as long as everything goes well, my understanding. Kind of a similar deal with KDA that we just looked at. It's kind of at the line of truth here. Link from 21, yeah. Yeah, BNB, my thesis on BNB all around is that, yeah, I am. Again, within reason, I got to sign off here. But if we lose this, I'll see you at 15 cents, guys. 15 cents. All right, so you see BTC is sweeping the lows and the S&P 500 is holding. So that's a liquidity run. I would expect people to get rinsed on Bitcoin and then for it to recover here in a moment. Really quickly, because I've theorized about this before. Yeah, guys, no joke. Like, we talked about it here. I remember I streamed on this day right here, October 29th. And I was like, I don't know, man. This is probably a good time to buy BNB. Not because I love BNB, even though I was early. But, like, yeah, dude, I first bought BNB here. It was 30 bucks. I remember spending 50 BNB on an alpaca game, like shortly before this thing went to $400. And I was like, oh my God, that was 20 grand now. That's pretty funny. But I remember streaming on this day and being like, I think this is worth owning, not because I love BNB, but because it's breaking out these two pivots, which is always very strong. And I cannot stress to you guys enough how much CZ does not want to lose out to Sam and the guys at Solana, okay? He doesn't. No billionaire wants to be stunted on like Solana is presently stunting on BNB. Okay? And he has the bankroll to pump this shit as much as he wants. And you know what? I mean, like, no lie, guys. I don't even like that I'm saying this. I'm probably gonna go buy some BNB. Boss man, I was just looking at it. This is a chart formation that if the whole market does not shit itself, when it breaks out, you're going to see something super electric happen for BNB. So not that I'm saying buy BNB, but you know, if you see this breakout right here, I mean, the line could not be more clear. Look at this. Look at this. It's fucking to a tick. I don't know why I picked there. There. 700 bucks. If you see a breakout of $700 on BNB, look out for a $100 day. So that is an alert that I'll set for myself. It will shoot me a text when it happens. If I look at the breakout and it looks good to me, I'll probably pay the perp. Luha, don't get me started, man. You want to go down that road? I farmed literally somewhere between probably 10 and 20,000 cake during this period. And sold it all as I farmed it at like 36 cents. And then it went to $40. What is 20,000 times 40? Yeah, 800 grand from nothing. Didn't need that money anyway. Yeah, Cake looks like a total bag of dicks, by the way. Just absolutely unownable right now. And I love Cake, dude. Yeah, -1. It's like -1.5 Lambos, to be honest with you. Well, who needs Lambos anyway? You're just kind of an asshole if you own one, right? I'll take my Lexus, my affordable luxury car. I'm just not a car guy like that. I have a Lexus. That's what I drive. I can afford more. I just don't want to. Actually, you know what, guys? You know what? Cake might be catching a bid. Where are my cake maxis? Where are you, Christian? I know he's going to watch this later. Just watch Christian in the Stack Lab chat. Always watches the streams after they happen. And he fucking loves cake. If we see this break out on cake, on that line, buy cake and farm it. It'll be the easiest play of your life. If we don't see it, don't do it. DYDX, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, BNB profits going in the cake. You know, this isn't a bad spot for DYDX. Like, I missed this run. I know a lot of people who got in DYDX like day one and made absolute fortunes, and I was like, I don't know, off doing something else. But this is probably a pretty good plus EV opportunity on DYDX, no doubt. Looked at Maddox, looked at KDA, looked at EXRD, looked at BNB. Somebody said ETH BTC looking funky. No, it's not. This is the only chart that you need to know about for ETH BTC. I just posted the link. And I will also post the link to this. But as I've stated for quite some time, oh, you bastard. There. Like that 4,000 level is the key macro level on Ethereum, okay? Let me pull this off there. And I'll give you guys this as well. There is the link to my Ethereum chart as requested. And there's the 4-hour chart. If you're interested, please do. And as always, that's the link to the Stacked Labs Telegram. There's also a link in the description for Twitch or on my Twitter profile. If you click on the YAT in my Twitter profile, you can make your way to the Stacked Labs Telegram. So, pretty much all I got, guys. What do you think? Feeling good? Feeling shitty? BTC did exactly what I thought I was going to do. Sweep the lows again. We filled the gap. Oh my God, Litecoin. Do I even have that on my list? I do. Yeah, Litecoin's one of those things that I've really never taken shots at. But yeah, look, I've never drawn a line on this chart. What are my thoughts on Litecoin? This is my thought on Litecoin, okay? This is my thought on Litecoin. From the highs to now, you are down 92% versus Ethereum. No, Tony just said it's the same as Chainlink. No, I did not know this. It's worse. From the start of DeFi summer, before that, 2019, it fucking peaked in 2019. Litecoin is down 92% versus Ethereum. So no, until you see a relative strength change. Yes, poverty is a chart. This is, you know what this is right in front of you? What this chart pattern is called, technically, you can look it up in books. This chart is called poverty. This is poverty. If you've ever wondered what poverty looks like in a technical analysis book, here. Burb is calling for $2,000 LTC. Dude, I don't know, Burb. Never have. I mean, rising tide lifts all boats, I guess. It is a soft rug, dude. I mean, this looks like absolute shit. If I were to be given LTC and be like, you got to force hold this for years, I'd be like, no, keep your fucking money. I don't want it. There's no reason to own Litecoin. Period. Now, I will trade anything. As much as I talk shit, guys, and I do. And I know that I do. It's just who I am. It's not a paid group. I don't really give a fuck. Okay. Stacked guys give me a lot of leash to say whatever I want within reason. And trashing Litecoin isn't like a company staple of theirs that I'm like going across the line on. All right. I talk a lot of shit, but if you actually see a reversal on Litecoin versus Ethereum, sure, fucking trade it. Trade it. Until you actually see the relative strength of Litecoin versus Ethereum or Bitcoin, doesn't matter, either one, it's going to look pretty much the same. You are choosing poverty over wealth. Do not choose poverty. Just to reiterate, because we just got like 15 new viewers, if you own Litecoin, you prefer poverty to wealth. Oh my God, EOS. You know what was something, I've never really looked at EOS ever. The only thing I know about EOS is when I first signed up for Bybit, I was like, what the fuck is EOS? Oh, perfect. Yeah. Also poverty. We got a new winner. No, dude, there's nothing to shill. So Adam, there Red Hot says, where should I stake my Atom? I don't care if you shill your shit. I don't have a validate. I don't really care. In your Kepler wallet, you should be able to go down and click stake and then choose a validator and you earn APY. I've said this before. I have not a crazy amount of money on Atom, but I have 6 figures on Atom. And my view on Atom, how bullish I am on Atom, is my brain says that's either going to 0 or it's going to 100x. And those are the two outcomes for me on Cosmos. The whole ecosystem RR for where it is right now is I'm either going to ride that son of a bitch to 0 and you'll see me drinking Kool-Aid with all the Link and ADA holders about Atom, or it's literally going to be one of the best plays I ever make in my life. Yeah. Yeah. Either I'm one of those guys who gets like the fucking like arm tattoo or the neck tattoo with the Cosmoverse, and I'm like, no, bro, all we need is one more pump. Or it's gonna be an incredible play. That's how I feel about it. PYR, you know what? People talk about this shit all the time. You know who talks about PYR all the time? Jesus Christ. Crypto ISO. I do not know Crypto ISO at all. He and I spoke on Telegram like one time. But just to show that I don't play favorites when I talk negatively about people and positively about other, I don't know Crypto ISO. He has no idea I've ever even spoken about him before, nor does Cole. But those dudes are fucking slayers. Crypto_ISO, you should follow him. He's been talking about PYR forever, like since here. And the dude is a monster macro trader. You should go follow him. He doesn't know that I said that. He's not shilling me to say that. Or like trying to get me to shill his shit. He doesn't need me. The other person you should follow, obviously, is Kaz. Oh man, you just gave a fucking huge shout out. Thank you, Kaz. No, Kaz is the best, dude. Kaz is the absolute best. Yeah. No, Kaz, like, unironically, this is the last thing I'm going to say before I go. I've been in trading a long time, so I've seen people who know how to trade. I've seen people that don't. Kaz knows how to trade. I've also been in crypto long enough to see LARPs, people who are LARPs, people who aren't, and people who are genuine and people who are pieces of shit. I'm not going to say who's who. But Kaz is a killer trader and among the most genuine people in this space. It's the reason why he and I get along. We're not LARPs. We want the best for people that follow us at our own expense sometimes. So yeah, Kaz is a fucking legend. And he's going to do incredible things. So, follow Kaz. Follow me if you want. I don't really care. But there are very few really, really good people in this space, and Kaz is one of them. All right, lads. Adam's doing a pullback. Yeah, that's fine. Again, the 50 is the point. Remember the game plan. The game plan is we caught the reversal on Adam. If the market doesn't nuke, you hold on to your Adam. Go to Amaris, get an airdrop. Go to Sommelier, get involved, okay? Thank everyone for coming out. As is customary, we do the outro. There's 1 minute left. You got anything in 1 minute, I'll answer your questions. And the song that we're going out to is the instrumental of Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here. Sketchy, I got the more expensive one. I don't know, the Nano X. Go blue, absolutely go blue. When do we have to stake on America? So it's not stake, it's LP. So you have to actually like join like Adam in Juno or Adam in AKT or something, right? You got to LP. Come into Stack Labs, I'll help you out. I would do it soon though. Yeah, thanks all the new people. Cheers, Dan. At least twice a week. This week is 3.